Fellas, today is not going to be a War Dogs video, fellas. I am waiting for the next playtest because I feel like I've talked about everything. And the next playtest, I want to get some experience in the tank so I can yap about that, because I unlocked that, fellas, but I didn't have time to use it or the money to use it. Today is primarily going to be a Battlefield-focused video. I mean, this applies to more than Battlefield, but all the examples and stuff I'm going to use are from Battlefield, so it's primarily Battlefield. But if there are any War Dogs devs, on the off chance they hear this, they listen to this, incorporate some of this shit, boys, please. But gentlemen, I just want to ask one simple question. Where the fuck did the grind go? Like, really, back in the day, like Battlefield 3, which is, I'm going to die on this hill, fellas. That was the best Battlefield, bro. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care about Battlefield 4. I don't care about Battlefield 1. Battlefield 3 is what pushed the fucking needle. Listen, Battlefield 1 had the best graphics and the best atmosphere by far out of any Battlefield game, even to this day. But I feel like the gameplay and the mechanics specifically were just better in Battlefield 3. Battlefield 4, while a terrific game in and of its own right, it didn't like push the needle any further than like Battlefield 3 did, in my opinion. It was just more of the same, which isn't bad. Don't get me wrong. That is not bad. And nowadays, I fucking wish a game of the quality of Battlefield 4 would come out. Believe me, I do. But I'm just saying, at the time, if you were there in 2011, if you were alive and you had a Pulse and you had a PC, an Xbox 360 or PS3, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Battlefield 3 hit, and there was nothing else like it in terms of fidelity, in terms of scale, in terms of just raw fucking gameplay. It was everything. It was the whole fucking package. It was insane. And that leads me into the first thing regarding grinds. Something that Battlefield 3 did that no other Battlefield has done to date, and something I dearly miss personally. The dog tag system. Yes, fellas, it has made an appearance in Battlefield 4, Battlefield 1, kinda Battlefield 2042, and also, fellas, it's in Battlefield 6, but let me tell you, if you've played Battlefield 3, you know it's a fucking shell of its former self. It's not even really worth talking about. Like, Battlefield 6 has really, really cool artwork on their dog tags, but guess when you see your dog tags, you only ever see them if you're the top squad at the end of a match. That is it. That is the only time anybody else sees your fucking dog tags. Like, what the fuck? Why even design a system that has like as much art and intricacy going into it and like progression-based challenges going into it if it's only going to be seen at that one fucking specific screen? Like what the fuck? Like, why? Like, what's the point? But Battlefield 3, fellas, they did it right. They did a masterclass in how in-game achievements can be cosmetic rewards in the form of dog tags. It was so fucking dope. The Battlefield 3 dog tag artwork is probably like my favorite kind of artwork in games. It rivals the Hunt Showdown perk artwork, if you know what I'm talking about. Like, the designs were so clever and so like crafted with just care. Like, it was done by a human who knew what the fuck they were doing, and they were good at it. I don't know where the artist who made all the Battlefield 3 dog tags went, but I miss you. I want you. I want you back. You need to come back wherever you are. Please, please come back. But Battlefield 3 dog tags had a sense of grind attached to them. Do you remember the golden dog tags, fellas, in that game? Well, I fucking do. Hell yeah, I do. Vehicles and weapons, they would give you service stars in that game. So like every 100 kills with a weapon would give you 1 service star, but with the vehicles it worked on points. So every X amount of point, each vehicle was different, you would get a service star in that vehicle. And at 100 service stars, which let me tell you is a fucking grind. That takes a long time. You would get rewarded with a golden dog tag, which was fucking dope. I actually grinded this out. I grinded out the Mobile Artillery 100 service star dog tag from the Armored Kill DLC on the Xbox 360 back in the day with only 24 players on the biggest maps Battlefield 3 has ever seen to date at that time. And that was a long and tedious grind, fellas, but it was worth it. It was worth it because I had one of those dope-ass gold dog tags for some fucking obscure-ass vehicle, and it was fun. It was a fun little flex to have. But just chasing that one dog tag added so many more hours to the game for me, just because it was something to work towards. And there was one for every single vehicle in the game, every single class as well. Unfortunately, weapons didn't have them, but weapons, you could see the service star that somebody had with the weapons whenever they killed you. Whenever you died to someone, it would show their dog tags, how many service stars their weapon has, and how many service stars their class has as well. Like, what happened to that? What happened to showing, like, stats and player customization, like, to the person who kills you? What happened to that? And I remember you used to be able to, like, hunt people down who had, like, gold tags, and you would try to collect them because, like, you could view them in your unlocks. If you knifed somebody with them, you couldn't wear them, but you could see them, and it would tell you who you took them from. Like, that shit was just cool. Like, that was just a dope-ass gameplay mechanic that just, it hasn't been lived up to since. Like, yeah, you can see whose dog tag you took in Battlefield 6, Battlefield 4, Battlefield 5, you can see it and whatnot, but the dog tags themselves aren't that special. There's no super grind locked dog tags like they had in 3. There's just not. The only really cool dog tags that you can like get from them like nowadays in those games are like the developer ones, and that's not something that the ordinary player can just grind for. And you remember, fellas, you remember the first time you saw Colonel 100? Maybe not, but you remember seeing them and knowing that, damn, that person knows how to fucking play the game. You know, you would open up the scoreboard and you would see their little rank icon next to their name. You could see that they were fucking Colonel 100 and that they meant fucking business. What the fuck happened to that shit too? Like, yeah, there's level caps in these games now, but they just ain't shit. Like, especially the last 2 Battlefield titles, 6 and 2042, it's just almost like endless levels. Like, I am literally level 5,000 in Battlefield 6. Fellas, like, what the fuck? Where's the end? And Battlefield 2042 had S999, and, like, that's just too much. You know, I miss, like, when they were deliberate ranks, and they, like, all had unique kind of icons. Like, fellas, listen. In Battlefield 6, once you hit level 500, you get the Colonel icon, which is like a little bird. And then at level 3,500, you get the fucking bird with some stars underneath of it. And then all the way until level 9,999, the icon does not change. It doesn't even change at max. It's just the same. It's just so lazy. It's so lazy and uninspired. 2042 icons didn't even have any fucking icon in the S rank. It was just a number, and it was with a red background, and that was it. That's all she fucking wrote. It's like levels in these past 2 titles have felt kind of like they're just added on at the very last minute as like a spoof sense of progression, when they just feel empty and hollow and meaningless. And nowadays, fellas, they are. They absolutely are. Like I mentioned, I'm level 5,000 in Battlefield 6, and if you have a brain cell, fellas, you know that that is a majority just like farmed XP, because back when Battlefield 6 released, I was racing the Chinese to hit the world's first 5,000. I was the second level 5,000 ever in Battlefield 6, and once it didn't stop at 5,000, fellas, I was done. Like, I was just over it, okay? But, like, no, I don't want to partake in the race to max anymore if it's just fucking endless, bro. I just don't. And that's probably just a me thing, because I partook in the race to max in Battlefield 4 as well, but that at least had an end. That at least had a cap, kind of. They raised it every 10 levels per DLC, but on launch, it had a cap of 100, and then it went to 110 quickly with the fucking, I don't know, the Silk Road fucking Chinese DLC shit. But at least in Battlefield 3, you can argue that maybe the rank icons were lazy, I guess, because from Colonel 1 to 100, it didn't change that much. It only got slightly more and more gold the closer you got to 100. But 100 was something unique. It was like very in your face. You knew what it was. And that just doesn't exist anymore. I don't know. I don't know why they got rid of this sense of, I don't know, like the reward for fucking having no job and being a no-life. Like, I don't know, that used to be a fun flex to work towards, but now it's just not. You don't ever get to display it in any sort of meaningful way. I'd like to know when the guy I died to has been fucking sitting in the same chair without showering for like a month straight, fellas. I want to know that. But you just can't. You just can't anymore, because they've just taken away all the meaningfulness of any sort of grind. They just don't really exist anymore. It's just either endless fucking low effort slop, or it's just non-existent. Just what happened? What happened to that? I mean, like, surely some of you remember how awesome the Battlefield 3 dog tags were. Like, come on, one of you has to know. Like, it wasn't even just the gold ones. All of them were fucking dope. Like, I remember hunting someone down who had the fucking AT mine mastery dog tag because that was like rare as fuck. Like, who the fuck has that many kills with the fucking AT mines? I just remember hunting people down just to fucking knife them for their dog tags. It was just fun. It was just a fun gameplay mechanic, and it gave everybody something to work for if they wanted it. And now we just don't really have that opportunity anymore. And where the opportunity does exist, it's not worth it because, like in Battlefield 6, you don't ever see somebody's dog tags. There's no fucking point to them. They just like, they serve no purpose. I want super grinds, fellas. I want super grinds that matter, that give you something that you can be proud of, fellas, even if it's virtual. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I just want to grind for something that takes a lot of time, maybe even a lot of effort, fellas. I just want to fucking grind again for something that I can flex. And I really hope War Dogs has some version of that. Obviously, these things, these rewards for these super grinds, they need to be cosmetic, okay? You should not be locking away like gameplay changing things for extreme grinds. And when I say extreme grinds, fellas, I'm talking like grinds that like are going to take at least bare minimum like 30 plus hours of actively grinding to get. I'm not talking about no simple 5-hour grind, fellas. No, sir. I'm talking about the really autistic grinds. Maybe that's just me, fellas, but I don't know. I miss those kind of grinds. I want them back. I haven't seen them since Battlefield 3, and I really, really miss them in FPS games. I know I can just go play an MMO if I want to grind. I can go play War Thunder if I want to grind. But fellas, I want to play an FPS game and I want to fucking grind, God damn it. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to ramble. Gentlemen, like I said, I'm just waiting for the next War Dogs playtest so I can get you guys more info about War Dogs. But if there's anything I haven't really talked about on this channel yet regarding War Dogs, please, please, please comment below, fellas. I need ideas. I feel like I've said everything there is to say so far. But yeah, that's pretty much it, gentlemen. I just kind of wanted to ramble, just get something out there. So fellas, drop a sub, drop a like, drop a comment, you know, all that, yada yada. And this is GF26, and I will see you boys in the zone.